Baby steps. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by how big your dreams and goals are? Well, you're not alone. Today we can talk about this approach that I heard for the first time in a movie about taking real progress, and the movie was inspired by this movie called What About Bob, with Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray, where the character literally takes baby steps to overcome his fears and try to make his life better, but a lot of fun. I recommend to watch, by the way. So, first of all, the power of starting small. We often think we need to make a huge leaps to reach our goals, but the truth is that starting small gets us faster. And the reason is because small is manageable. It's like you have a small apartment, you can clean it faster. I don't know if it makes sense, but at least for me, it is. It's like starting to play an instrument from the first 2-3 notes of the songs that you like. Maybe can make it even better. Anyhow, starting small. Second, building consistency. Building consistency, well, I think is even more important than the intensity, because consistent is ultimately giving you a habit, is creating a habit and a foundation. So definitely this is the key, is never stop. It's like what I personally experience even in fitness. For me, it's more working like focus on some workout, like maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes a day, than going for 2 hours 1, 2, 3 times a week. So a little bit more often, more frequent. Number 3, overcoming the overwhelm. How? One of the main reasons we don't start is because we feel overwhelmed by the size of the task. The baby steps are the approach to break down the things into smaller steps or smaller tasks. It's like fractioning the problem itself. Definitely, this is a big help. Really, also from a psychological point of view. It's like they say, you have a big steak to eat. Well, cut it, slice, a big cake, little pieces. Number 4, momentum breeds confidence. Small action create momentum. With every step, no matter how tiny, you feel a sense of achievement, and that's a big thing. The sense of reward and achievement builds confidence and keep you moving forward. It's like a subtle way to keep you going. In What About Bob? Baby steps help him to conquer his fears one by one. It's funny but true. Small victory can make the bigger one more close and more possible. It's again a very indirect psychological thing. Celebrating every win then, no matter how small, it makes creating a sort of continuity, so even better. Number 5, shifting from planning to doing. It's like walk the talk, right? We often spend so much time planning that we never actually start, and we go into master plan, and then detail of the plan, and then detail of detail, and we never start. Baby step force you to go into action without getting too much stuck, without spending too much time thinking. For example, I used to overthink every detail of a project, waiting for the perfect moment, perfect material, perfect whatever, as I mentioned before. And this never happening. So that's definitely a good point. Compounding effect, we already mentioned. Baby steps add up over time. What start as a small action can, like in the winter, from a snowball becoming a bigger piece of snow, is like saving money in bank. It's literally the same philosophy. So these definitely are some highlights about the the baby steps. So it's better to remember that it's not about taking a giant action, a giant jump. It's about taking this small daily, or at least more frequent as possible action to go next. For example, there are quite few books that are also stressing this out, like the famous Atomic Habit by James Clear. Another book where he's explained how the small progress seems apparently not significant, but they contribute to huge progress is The Slight Hedge by Jeff Olson. And of course, since we mentioned, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Beside the book itself, I also found particularly interesting some TED Talks. I recommend the Matt Katz one about trying something new for 30 days. It's a short and is inspiring talk on how small changes or challenges over 30 days can have a big impact. Also because they give you the chance to explore. So that's another huge benefit of small action. That having the chance to approach more action, you have more possibility to explore and to come into contact with something that potentially you like more. Another good TED Talk is about the first 20 hours, how to learn anything. This is by Geoff Kaufman. I watched it quite a few times. In this TED Talk, he explained how you don't need thousands of hours to master something. It's really literally focus on 20 hours on a specific activity to be already better than a huge percentage of the population. And there are also many studies suggesting the same things. For example, one of the study I came across is the study by Harvard Business Review. It's called The Power of Small Wins. And based on this study, basically the 76% of the participants reported that making even small progress on their task lead to a feeling of accomplishment. On days where people experience progress, 75% has an uplift in positive emotion too, compared to only 25% on days with no progress. So again, it's the indirect impact of positivity and optimism that is coming together with this daily, or at least as closest as possible to daily frequency of doing things. So, which are the main takeaways? The main takeaways again is break the task down. We stress it and stress it again. Small steps to create the momentum, and the progress is more important than the setback. Again, so we mentioned a few times, but just try to approaching for a more frequent period of time. A little action will definitely bring you more benefit and more happiness, and this will create a loop of positivity, a contagious loop of positivity that will help you moving forward and forward.